What's good, everybody? It's a Sabro Fighting 4, and today I'm going to show you guys the deck profile for the Charizard VSTAR deck that I've used in that troll compilation of matches. I'm going to show you guys real matches with this deck, of course, but first comes the deck profile. So at first glance, perhaps you'll think that this deck is very similar to the Scorch VMAX deck that I showed you guys fairly recently, and there are some similarities. A lot of the engine cards are going to be similar because we want to be getting welder super quick in this deck. We want to see it turn after turn if possible, because it's the way for us to get energy acceleration on Pokemon like Charizard, which needs a lot of energies to attack. You either use something like welder, or you got to use an engine like the Inferno Fandango Emboar, these types of cards to keep up with attaching energies. Now, it does have some differences though. I got rid of some Pokemon, some tech Pokemon, and I've got some different cards too that weren't in the Scorch VMAX deck. But to start things off, main Pokemon is going to be this Charizard VSTAR. So this card is one of the stronger VSTARs, I believe, from Brilliant Stars. I like the 280 HP. I think going into the future when EXs are going to come out, whatever the format is going to be, there's a bunch of V-Stars right now between the sets that we have, and I'm beginning to sort of see, okay, these are the ones that sort of make the cut. They gotta have at least 270 or 280 HP, I think. I mean, the ones like Lilligant with 260 or less than that, you're already a bit too weak. It's not that big of an upgrade. If you're gonna have if you're gonna have like 250, 260 HP, you better be broken as all hell, be very fast Pokemon. So Charizard meets that requirement. 280 HP, it's going to be tough to knock this Pokemon out. Explosive Fire is a really nice attack. It does 130 for 3, which would be weak left like that. But if we have any damage counters, it becomes 230 for 3, which is quite respectable. And the best thing about this card, and why we use it, is the Star Blaze V-Star Power. For 4 energies, you do 320 damage, you got to discard 2 energies, but 320 damage, you get a 1-hit KO on pretty much almost everything. Some VMAXs are going to survive, but it doesn't really matter. For the most part, when you use this attack, you'll be getting a big KO. And the sweet thing is that it can instantly knock out other V-Stars in one shot. So that's really nice. So between the high HP, possibly being able to tank a hit so we can start using Explosive Fire effectively, and the V-Star Power, there's actually a really strong card, I would say. Now, the base Charizard, I'm using the one from Darkness Ablaze. I think this is better than the one that came in Brilliant Stars in every way. Claw Slash, I guess the other one has a better first attack maybe. I think it does 90 for 3 and then burn. But Fire Spin is a better second attack, much better actually. Just 220, you gotta discard 2 energies, but it does 220, the other one does 180, so that's good. It's the only one I have anyway, so we have to make it work. And I've got this one, it's the same one, it's from Champion Path, the secret rare, but just to show you guys, it's 3 Charizard, but it's the Darkness Ablaze one basically, same card. Okay, so it's a 3-2 line. We got Entei V as a backup fire attacker that only needs 2 energies, because sometimes being able to get an attacker able to attack much quicker is important, and Entei V is just great. If we open with this guy, it's really good because it can let us draw cards during the setup process, so it's nice. Burning Rondo is a great attack, cheap attack, and in Expanded, you never know when you might play against some sort of Skyfield deck or whatever deck. So more Pokemon down, even more damage for your opponent. So great card. As of the fire like regular V Pokemon that you can use, I think this guy's the best. A card that I was a little hesitant to keep in this deck, but I decided, hey, let's just keep it because it's a failsafe basically if we run out of energies. It's Volcarona V. It's in here basically because of the first attack. It's another attack that can work for just 1 energy, so 1 attachment. We got an attacker ready to go, and if we have a lot of fire energies in the discard pile, you're going to do a lot of damage for 1 energy, but the important thing is that we're going to grab all of the energies back in the deck too. So it's a fail-safe if we're ever in a position to run out of energies. Volcarona V is going to save us. It's not going to come up too often because you're probably going to be either losing or winning before you run out of energies. But it's just something. It works with one energy. I decided let's just keep it in. It wasn't the Sandy Scorch deck as well. So keeping it in. I got the one double V as well. Just another very good tech attacker. High damage, compatible with welder, compatible with fire energies. And it's a great revenge Pokemon. It's one of the tankier regular Vs as well, thanks to soft wool. Opponent needs to do 240 damage to knock it out in one shot. So that's good. And then the rest of the cards are basically support. Do the double Volcanion. I want to have more of this guy in the deck, but I only have two, and nobody's really trading this card in the, I guess, the trade section of TCG Online, the trade forum, whatever. So I'm stuck with two. Unless I pull one randomly, I won't be able to use more. So we just run two of this guy. If you play second, which you aim to, and you have this dude, you get a lot of fire energies, and then you can instantly power up this guy without even needing to use welder. So it's really effective, really broken when it works. So because I have two, I put in this, I guess, backup Hisuian Voltorb. It's a very similar effect. It's costless too. It only works if you go second, and on your first turn, choose up to two of your bench Pokemon. For each of those Pokemon, grab a basic energy and attach it. So, lots of similarities. It's going to get one fewer energy than Volcanion, and you need two Pokemon too, but it's the best alternative I could find. I guess you could use something like the Volcanion from the old Steam Siege set, which is going to grab fire energies from the discard pile. It's a good Pokemon and has more HP than this guy too, but I don't know. I think I'd rather have this guy. I don't want to have to discard fire energies if I don't have to during that setup period. So we're just going to test this dude out if it can work. I mean, usually what you're going to be doing if you don't open with it is you're going to see it later on and just get rid of him, not use him. Anyway. And then the double Tapu Lele GX and Crobat V for support, of course. Tapu Lele GX is very important in a deck like this because it can instantly give me a supporter, and of course it's an insta grab for welder and even the blacksmith. So early game, you know, this is what you want to see. You want to be able to see this, grab welder if you didn't open with welder, and then start attaching energies and exploiting welder. That's the point. We have a lot of search cards that can grab Tapu Lele. So between Tapu Lele, the search balls, 4 welders, we're trying to be as consistent as possible and get that effect off. Okay, and Crobat V is kind of a similar story, I guess. It doesn't guarantee me a welder, but it can help me dig, of course. Draw cards. You know, we do have a few discard outlets and ways to thin our hand, so Crobat V is going to be effective. So really good. And these are all the Pokemon. I don't think I forgot anything. Okay. Ace pick of choice is computer search. Consistency, grab welder, grab anything we need, stadiums, whatever you need. It's just crucial in a deck like this. And then got the double Professor's Letter, one of my favorite cards, great in this sort of deck. Grab those fire energies, you know, free effect, not really any drawback, no drawback basically. And make welder live, get those mantle attachments, great card. Triple Nest Ball to get those basic Pokemon down. We got to get the Charizard to evolve into Charizard VSTAR. 1 Fog Crystal to get the 2 Psychic Tapu Lele GXs. It seems a bit weird to just run 1 search card for 2 targets, but it works, trust me. It's just, instead of just having an extra quick ball that needs a discard, I do have the 1 quick ball, which is going to be my generic and get any Pokemon, including Tapu Lele. But having this, it just means it's costless to get Tapu Lele GX, which I value. I value costless search cards. Okay? I'm not one of those people that are just happy to just run 50 Ultra Balls and Quick Balls if you don't really get any benefits from discarding cards. So that's my philosophy. Got the double Evolution Incense. Once again, just 2 search cards for 2 V-Stars, but it's fine. We need to get Charizard VSTAR as soon as possible. It's the main attacker. And then any of the extra ones, we can just discard them, not use them. It's fine. It's no problem. Got the one Fire Crystal Tech. Gets fire energies from the discard pile into the hand. It's a nice little recovery card for sure. Not going to over-rely on it, but having the one is nice. And then some tech cards like Field Blower Standard to get rid of annoying stadiums and tools. The one Switch, the one Float Stone for a little bit of switching. That can be useful as well. And then Mail, Consistency, triple via Seeker because we have that extra emphasis on Welder, of course. And it's the same idea with the random receiver, just like the Sandy Scorch deck. Just try and ensure we see Welder as soon as possible. It's the supporter we want to exploit. So that's the point of these cards. All about that Welder. And I think that's it. I didn't forget anything when it comes to items. Stadiums are going to be typical as well. The double Giant Hearth. This is a cost Professor's Letter. It's a Professor's Letter with a discard cost. But it's a stadium. If it sticks around, we can utilize this card turn after turn. It's great. But once again, I'm not a fan of maxing this out because having a bunch of these, you can't use all of them at once. If you have a Letter and a Giant Hearth, though, you can get that double surge, grab 4 energies instantly. So that's the point. And then the one Heat Factory. It's a Prism Stadium. It's great. It's going to discard our energies, but that draw 3 is too good, so we use this. And these are the stadiums. I don't think, yeah, 3 stadiums. And the supporters, Welder, Standard, 4 of this. Main card we want to utilize. One Blacksmith. This is like a Welder that doesn't let you draw cards, but you get the fire energies from the discard pile. So it can be useful as well. Maybe I can reuse it with Via Seeker too. So it's nice just to have one around. It's a good card. And then we do one of supporters, one N, one Cynthia, one Juniper, one Chorus, and the one Boss's Orders. So since I'm aiming to exploit Welder so much, that's why it's only one of each of these great supporter cards. Boss's Orders, it's obviously a tech to pull at the right time, win the game. Reuse it perhaps via Seeker. So that's good. And then the rest of them are just the best supporters, I believe, that we have pretty much in any format, expanded or standard if they were around. And gives us disruption. Cynthia is solid. Shuffle and draw, that's always 6. Juniper, heavy duty draw, discard, and then Chorus with big benches. It's the best supporter once again. So yeah, I got these supporters, of course, because we can't have a deck with just 4 Welders as the supporter. But we want to be utilizing a Welder, and then maybe when I have enough fire energies in a play, and then I need to dig for other cards, then using stuff like Cynthia is good. I mean, obviously, if we don't have any Welder and don't have a choice, we're going to use something like Anna or Cynthia, of course. And then lastly, 12 fire energies, no other fancy energies, just all fire. Make our shit consistent with Welder, and that's about it. So this is the Charizard deck, guys. There are a few changes I would have liked to make. I would have liked to have made if I have some different cards like extra Volcanions. I would pretty much run 3 or even 4 of this guy because we want this to be our opener if we can. It's just a reliable opener. Even if you use the Flare Starter and you just grab 1 energy, it's still good enough. You're just getting energy into play while you're setting up to attack. And I want to have a bunch of Pokemon because if your Pokemon line is thin when you have double Lele and Crobat, you're going to be opening up with them all damn day. I mean, it still happens anyway. So you don't want that. It really sucks. So that's why I want to have extra Volcanions, maybe max them out, and then maybe get rid of like a Nest Ball or something. And then I have like extra Pokemon instead of extra items. But anyway, when it comes to the Charizard, you can do like 2 and 2. You don't necessarily have to do 3 and 2. But when you open with this guy, it's not too bad either. So 3 and 2, I mean, it ensures that will have the dude. But you can do 2 and 2 if you like. Maybe put something else in if you don't have 3 copies. And that's basically the deck. I'll see you guys at the matches. Hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, share this video with your friends, and I'll see you guys next time. Warai!